Hey there, welcome back to the channel, and we are back with another weekly rotation video. If this is your first time finding my channel, my name is Gerard, and we are talking about fragrances today, and more specifically, every single fragrance that I wore for all 7 days last week. So if that is content that you think you want to see more of, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on bell notifications so you are updated whenever I upload something new. Now, in last week's rotation video, I went over 7 fragrances that are cheap and add a ton of value. This week, I wanted to look at 7 expensive fragrances in my collection that are worth every single penny, full bottle worthy, in my opinion. Let's get right into it, starting with Sunday. This fragrance that I actually went with was one that I had found at a TJ Maxx, believe it or not. Niche fragrance, although it still exceeded that $100 price point. However, you can still find this one on online discounters for a really fair deal. And I will link this along with all the others that I mentioned on this list down in the description box below. But the scent I'm talking about is Serge Lutens Ure. Now, this scent, guys, is very unique. Not for everyone, but it is opulent, lavish, rich smelling. This one does something really special, in my opinion. It has these warm, ambery florals that are rounded out with vanilla and sandalwood, adding this creaminess. This smells luxurious, as I said. That vanilla and sandalwood really elevate this scent, making it smell similar to orange spicy tea, steeping warm with a little bit of cream or milk added to it. Incredible fragrance. I picture this being worn in pretty much every season. It is unisex, might be a little bit too feminine for some, but I don't get that personally. If anything, this leans masculine to me, as most of the Serge Lutens do, actually, for me personally. This one is even a compliment getter. It's not my wife's favorite fragrance, but the day I wore this, I saw my mom, and I was maybe 10 feet from her, and she picked up my sillage and complimented me on it. She said, "What is that one you're wearing? It smells really nice. Really high quality." And she's right. Super high quality fragrance, Italian brand, and I couldn't be happier with this one. I love it. Serge Lutens Ure. So on Monday, I had a really important business meeting to go to, and I wanted to go with something effortless, classy, masculine, and timeless. Scent I'm talking about is Creed's Himalaya. And this one, guys, is probably the most slept on Creed, in my opinion. So good. One of my favorites, might be even top 10 in my collection. On first spray, this absolutely sparkles with citrus, ambergris. It is a transportive scent. It smells cooling. I imagine the Himalayan mountains when I spray this. It also is woody and musky, which adds that masculine edge to it and making this really versatile. I would wear this to work. I would wear this out in the evening. I would have zero issues wearing this pretty much anytime, anywhere. I feel confident wearing this one, which is why I think I reached for it for that business meeting. That meeting was important. It meant a lot to me. So I wanted to go with something that is just a no-brainer. And this is that for me. Incredible scent. It's not a massive performer. It's not meant to be that. It's meant to be a little more classy, a little more subtle. And Creed nailed it with this. Creed's Himalaya. This next one of my favorite releases of last year. Top 2 favorite releases of last year. Scent I'm talking about is Tumi's 19 Degree. Saffron, raspberry, leather. This is a modern, masculine fragrance. In the air, just really stunning stuff. Yes, it's pricey, but you are also getting an extrait de parfum concentration, so a little goes a long way. You're not going to need, this is going to last a long time. If I had to compare this to 2 fragrances, it would be if Aventus and Tom Ford's Tuscan Leather had a baby, because it has those suede nuances here, the leather with that fresh, masculine, a little bit smoky, sweet fruitiness that Aventus offers. And this is just, I mean, I love it. It's one of those ones that I find myself wanting to wear more often than not. But because I have so much fragrance and a channel and I want to keep it fresh and talked about different fragrances with you guys every week, I don't reach for this every day, but it would be very easy to do so. Amazing performance, compliment getter, 10 out of 10 for me. Great fragrance. Tumi's 19 Degree. This next scent was also one of my favorite pickups of last year. Scent I'm talking about is Gris Chanel from BDK Parfums. And I just love the presentation here. I love the bottle. I love the juice color. Think office and date night. It's sophisticated, yet seductive and sexy. Amazing complex note breakdown. Cardamom, fig, black tea, bourbon vetiver. These are some of the notes in here. Tonka, incredible scent. Absolutely love it. This is an eau de parfum. I know they have an extrait de parfum. I haven't smelled that fragrance yet, but this scratches the itch for me. I love how versatile it is, and it really does have that sexiness to it that sets it apart from other sort of buttoned up, fresher, more office friendly fragrances. So this is a nice transitional scent, as I said, from day to night. It's going to work. You're going to spend a little money on it, but you're getting a very high quality fragrance. So I think it offers a ton of value there. It is sneaky potent. I oversprayed this one day in the car. I had a long ride ahead of me, and I ended up having to roll the windows down because it was a little overpowering. It can also be powdery, so keep that in mind for the guys that associate powderiness with more feminine-leaning fragrances. You might not like this one. However, I think it's just the right amount of powderiness. It's not feminine for me, and if anything, it leans masculine. Great fragrance overall. BDK Parfums, Gris Chanel. This next one has been my go-to cold weather night out fragrance pretty much since I picked it up. Scent I am talking about is Tom Ford Noir Extreme. Sexy, rich, creamy, a little bit resinous. Man, this is a grown-up sweetness. What I love about this is that it manages to feel like it can be dressed up, and I have dressed this up, but it also can be worn casually. So if I'm going out, maybe just for drinks with friends, wearing a hoodie like this and a coat, this is gonna work every single time. If I'm going to dinner with my wife and I'm a little bit more put together, a little bit more dressed up, maybe some black trousers, a nice button up, this is gonna work. So I love that versatility, and it just has that super addictive quality to it. My wife absolutely loves this one, and there are those nights where she'll say to me, I feel like it's a Tom Ford Noir Extreme night, and I know exactly what she's talking about, so I usually reach for this one. Effortlessly cool, incredible scent, Tom Ford Noir Extreme. This next one I can't imagine not always having in my collection, and I will continue to purchase this as long as it's available. Scent I'm talking about is Serge Lutens Ure Sultan. Now, this is just a stunning, and when I say stunning, that word doesn't even do it justice. The best amber I've ever smelled. Warm, spicy. It's a spicier take on amber. Normally, ambers are, oh man, in the air. Guys, it's so good. Normally, ambers have a vanillic undertone to them, especially when they're amber dominant. Those two notes do go well together, but this is also a little different than that. It's a spicier take on amber, where normally the vanilla would be rounding out the scent. You have spice, and I love that. So a much spicier take than, say, something like a Grand Soir from MFK, which is a nice fragrance. That is much more unisex to me and vanilla heavy. Not this. This is unapologetically amber, and it is so good. Long-lasting, great performer, outstanding sillage. Will sit a bit closer to the skin as it starts to dry down, but you're still going to get that sillage. Super sexy, mysterious, CEO vibes from this one. Incredible fragrance. Serge Lutens Ure Sultan. This next one is many people's favorite fragrance of all time, considered a masterpiece by critics alike. Scent I'm talking about is Dior Homme Intense. woody, powdery iris. I mean, just amazing, amazing scent. Incredible atomizer. Dior. What I mean, you are getting some of the best quality of any fragrance that I've ever smelled in this scent. Ambrette and pear add some sweetness to this, some much needed sweetness. And I also get a vanillic tone to it as this dries down, although I know vanilla is not a listed note here. But guys, super classy, very sexy. As powdery as some make it out, it is powdery, but there's something else here that just I've smelled much more powdery fragrances. If this is powdery, it's exactly the powdery that I like. Some complain about performance. In my opinion, this is supposed to be a subtle performer in that, I mean, it's not a big room filler. That's not what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be more discovered, especially in its sillage. This is classiness, effortlessness. It's elevated. You are walking by with someone dressed to the nines. They're going to smell this on you and they're going to think that guy knows what he's doing. One thing I would caution, as I said, is that powderiness. For some guys, they say this is feminine. I personally don't get that. And it's not floral to me. As I said, the iris here is classic iris. It's a little bit waxy. It has the woodiness to it and probably where most of that powderiness is coming from. But I love this stuff. It is incredible. Yeah, there's not much to say about this one. This will always be in the collection and is definitely in my top 10. Dior Homme Intense. That's all I have today, guys. As always, let me know in the comment section down below what your weekly rotation was. I always love hearing what you guys are wearing. If you like what you saw today, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share this video. Hit that bell notification so you are updated whenever I upload new content. But until then, have a fantastic week, and I'll see you in the next video.